actually, sorry, all right, sorry. So this is the condition that you're going to have here. So this is now our second peak. So two balls are being picked one after the other. Those are the first pick, the second pick. If they say 3, which means we are going to have what? The third peak, which means this black is going to create a branch again of black yellow. This yellow is going to create a branch again, black yellow, this black again. Are we seeing the concept there?
Yeah.
That is the concept of what? A probability tree diagram. So in this case, we are just dealing with 2. So which means this part actually we do not have it here. So all right. Just want to remove this part here. All right, so from this part that we have outcomes, how do you write my outcomes? So my outcomes, you're just going to take in a branch. So I look my outcomes, it's like we've got black followed by this black. So it's just black, black here. I've got black followed by what? A yellow, which is black, yellow here. So on this branch, you're done. Black. That would is black na black. Black nani? Black na yellow. Takwenda upper branch ra yellow. Yellow achat busira G, yellow black, yellow uyot busira G, yellow pana. Exactly. So that these are the outcomes that we are going to have now on this part. Okay, these ones I shall explain about them later on. How do you insert these values? So for you to insert the values here, now with replacement and without replacement. All right, so we're going to start with replacement. Okay, not to go on something here, but now with replacement. Okay, so let's just say here I'm going to work with red markers. Okay, so let's say we have got our men here 4. Okay, so I'm going to have something a little bit maybe batsira. Okay, so panapa tine 4 red bargonega. Okay, then let's just say this is our black here, which is 3. All right, so this is what we have here. We have got 3 black. Okay, I want you to see something that is happening. If we are dealing with replacement, unenge tone branch rako unenge waita panapa waiseta mavalues yako, we've got red, we've got black, wapika again, we've got red and black, red, black. So with replacement, to pick a red here, just to pick a red marker, or it's a red pen, whatever that we have. Just to pick a red pen, we are talking about the outcomes which are in red, which means we're talking about our main outcomes, 4 outcomes of them. So we are talking about 4 outcomes out of our main, the total, which is 4 plus 3, which is what? Which is 7. The same thing, black, we are just referring to black as it is the outcomes which are black. In this case, we've got 3 out of what?
7.
Out of 7. Okay, then I want you to see some. This is your first pick, but let us consider this back. Let's consider one. I want us to consider back like this. Okay, we started with the red here. So this is what you're going to do. You start with each brand separately. This is your red. We said our red is what? 4 out of 7. All right. Saka patuta pika a red. You are considering red. Don't think about, don't have any mind about this black. Black I don't go to just for total, but we are focusing on what? On red. All right.
Red.
Okay. So if this is with replacement, this is what is going to happen. Wapika yo marker ye red says marker red apasina. But kupika this marker yatabvisai tanga tine machances 4. Those are true kutaura panapa kuti machances atanga tinao they were 4 because it was there. Saka taikwanisa kupika this marker or taikwanisa kupika this one, taikwanisa kupika this one, ndo atrukt machances 4.
Okay.
Parkoneka. Now this marker is no longer there. Saka trukuti All right, sorry, got to go to see this part. Okay, this marker is no longer there, says this. Which means this part at true corner inenge yava nema marker 3 red is the part it cannot affect on the second outcome, not on the first. On the first, there were 4 of them, but we picked one, which means we have removed one. But to remove this one, we had 4 chances. Are we seeing the concept? Okay, so on the with replacement now, what does it mean? With replacement, we have picked marker pasna marker. All right, to batanodzosera market ndo zvazvitorwa izvo, ndo pari kunzi with replacement marker yataidzosera. Saka chii chataita? Neutralizer if zvadzokera panormal state yatanga tiri. So what is going to be the probability of picking a red marker now on this branch, on the second pick? Because this was our first, this is our second. To pick a red marker is going to be what?
4/7 again.
Parikuneka tingodzokera pa 4/7 because we have tadzosera pazvanga saka kuti tiwane this red, it was just the same zvazvanga zviri pekutanga. Then we are talking about red. So what is happening with black at that moment? Tambotora, have we touched this part?
No, nothing.
Hapana zvatamboita panapa. So which means the black is going to remain as 3/7. Hapana zvataita pana black. Parikuoneka apa. So when you are dealing with a tree diagram, you treat each branch separately. Not treat a branch rimwe separate, which means now we are done with red. Wakuenda pana black, wakutora pana black. I'm going to start like I never picked anything. So pana black, how many black do we have? It's 3. Out of what? Out of 7. Then it's with Pargonega. So it's with replacement. It's like this. Tapika sus, but Tauta say at the end takunozosera food. Saka, which means hapana zvataita. Black watapika uyu tikanompika again is going to remain as 3/7. Tutesaba.
Yes.
But when we're picking this black, the red was not being affected. So which means the red is going to be 4 as it is, which is 4 out of what? 4 out of 7. So this is how with replacement works. It repeats as it is throughout.
Okay.
And also the other thing that you're going to take as an advantage on paper 1, probability of every branch should give you a 1, whether it's with replacement or without replacement. Each branch, if you add this 4/7 plus 3/7, you must get a 1. If you add this, each branch, if you add my outcomes are equal, whether there are 3 in that branch or there are 4, if you add everything here, you must get what? A 1. What is the advantage of knowing this? Paper 1 yakadai. So whether you have ndaverenga question and ndaverenga question, ndinokwanisa kutongoshandisa this advantage because vanokwanisa kuya vakati papa vakafila panapa vobva wasiya apa. Zvobva zvanzi wapiwa information zvanzi copy and complete kana kuti complete zvingoenda kuti pakapiwa sebe papepa racho. Kana nchiziva kuti this branch should give me 1, whether ndaverenga information iri kumusoro kana ndakuiverenga, ndofanira kungozotora ndikaedha zviri 2 izvi ndofanira kuwana 1. Saka ndichaita sei ndifile panapa, ndangototi 1 minus what? 4/7. Ndakutokwanisa kuzoti parikuoneka apa. The same thing panapa ndongoti 1 minus 3/7 ndozoti patova 4/7. So I can simply fill in the diagram ndisina namboverenga question.
Okay.
Parikuoneka. All right. So here I was explaining on the with replacement. So you saw that with replacement does not affect anything. It remains as it was before. All right, so which means here, I think we had something, where was it here? Okay, so on this part here that we had, when we are saying we've got 3 black balls and 3 yellow, is going to be the same. How many black do we have at first? How many black do we have? There are 2. So it's going to be 2 out of what? Out of 5, because we've got 2 plus 3, which is 5 now. So 2/5. How many yellow do we have? There are 3. So it's going to be 3 out of what? 3 out of 5. So what we have here still remains 2 out of 5, 3 out of 5. So this one you see is just a repetition. So I'm working on a condition of what? With replacement. All right. So now let us get back to that same question. Tunoita without replacement or diagram redu manje rinozobuda sei. Once taziva musiyano ishi, then takudzoka manje pauti ma-questions anouya achitichi was diagram ndo rakakosha and ndochinonzi tree diagram chacho chochichi pakufila in diagram rako. All right, so let's get back to this question here. Tingoita redo. Remember we said we had what? 3, 4 red and 3 black. All right. Okay, sorry, it's supposed to be like this. Okay. We had main 4 red. Okay. So I'm just going to repeat that same condition, but without replacement now. All right, so we had 4 red and 3 black. All right, now we are dealing with without replacement, of which ndo pane nyaya yese pana without replacement, because with it autonota hapana chirumbochinja zvongodzoka zvakadaro. All right, so here I just want to work with 2 conditions. Maybe we picked twice, so that we do not waste too much time here. So we picked twice. So if we picked it twice, what does it mean? I don't know, twice. Must 2 times. Huh? All right, so that is our first pick, this one. Since it is twice, so this is our first pick. All right, then we've got our second pick here. So our second pick, red is going to give us red and black. The same thing, black is going to give us what? Red and black. Okay, so that's what we're going to have. So this is our second pick. All right, so that's what you're going to have. Okay, so like I said, you consider each branch separately. So you're going to start with red. Just picking a red marker or a red pen here, what is the probability of picking a red marker or a red pen? How many are they?
Over 7.
So it's going to be 4 over 7. But this is what is happening. It's without replacement. What it means is that the picker a red marker, it's no longer there like this one. Are you seeing what happened there?
Okay.
It's without atisikudzosera. Saka tana tatobvisa this one, which means tasarwa nemamaka mangane red.
3.
Parikuoneka? 3 out of what?
3 over 6.
Parikuoneka even the total is even affected. So take note, guys, we are dealing with what here? We are dealing with a red. So which means the red here is going to be 3 out of what? Out of 6, because even the total is affected. Here there are 3, here there are now 3.
Okay.
Are we seeing the concept there?
Yes.
But at this moment, when you picked a red marker or a red pen, what was happening with the black? Tanonga pe red, pe black pane zvataitera. Apana, so which means it's going to be 3 out of what? Out of 6. Chichata affecta kuna black.
Denominator.
Exactly, total ndo affected because the picker a red is no longer, so total is the one that is affected, because previously if you have to cross check, your black was supposed to be 3 out of 7, but it's no longer like that because one marker is what is being removed. Are you getting the sense, guys?
Yes, we are.
All right, so that is okay per se per this condition. So now you are done with red. So this is what you're going to do. It's like you never picked red, so which means a red is now back to where it was before, because now you are considering this branch of what? Of black. Saka trukuti red hatina basa nayo, so which means this one is back as it was before, because now you are considering what? On black. Okay, so let's consider our black. How many black do we have?
3.
Is 3 out of what? Out of 7. So we have picked the first black, then we pick another black. So this is what is going to happen. There were 3, then we have removed 1. So how many black are remaining now?
2.
We are now having 2. Out of what?
6.
Out of 6. Are you seeing that? Because we are saying the red is not affected, so it's just going to be as it was then, but now the total is affected on black, so it's going to be 2 out of 6. The red, as it was before, they were how many? They were 4 out of what? Out of 6. So the total is now affected. The red, they were 4, but the total is now what? Is now 6.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're just going to see that the first branch here, if you are working with red, on the second branch, you affect red. Black remains as it was from the first branch. Are you seeing what is happening? On the branch for black, you affect black. Red remains as it was before, but the total is the one which is what? Which is being affected. But
Yes.
at the end, are you seeing that if we add here, we're going to get 1? If we add here, we're going to get 1. If we add here, we're going to get 1. Exactly. So that is the idea there. All right, now let's go back to our outcomes now. I think this part is clear. Let us have a part on the outcomes. I talked about outcomes later on. I think we published, but I think it's somewhere here. All right, I'm going to track. All right, here, pane panambo list outcomes panapa. Okay. On the outcomes now, this is what you must know. My outcomes they do that is also you're going to take from the branches. It is black, black, black. I consider chindamna yellow, yellow, chindamna black, yellow. So these are your outcomes. So when you are saying black, black here, what maybe it's question yet product of picking what both black. So which means you're going to take this part. For the outcomes which are here like these ones, you multiply them. This is black and black like this. You multiply these outcomes. Are you together? If you are dealing with yellow and yellow, you multiply them. But if you are considering these outcomes from this outcome to this outcome, let's say maybe it has a probability whereby we've got 2 different colors. 2 different colors are on this one. Black, yellow, yellow, black. This is where we've got different colors. So it is going to be the probability of black, yellow, plus when we have another one, you add the outcomes like these ones, you add them. But alongside black, yellow, this one, alongside this black, yellow, this one, you have to multiply them. You combine them by multiplying. But outcome kana taiwana tono patterns and this outcome we add now. Yeah, exactly. So this is how you simply attempt my questions. All right. I want us to see this part, therefore, without wasting much time. That's okay. First page, but notice 1 or 2 questions. I think it can help us for what we've done so far. Where is that page? All right. I want us to consider this question. Some questions you actually have to understand from the way it is given.
Yeah.
Exam you have to like not start the question yako to write chiche ndakapiwa like information yandakapiwa ndo mashandira tinongoita nema questions iwaya. All right. On this one, what are we given there? We are, I don't know if I'm to maybe go increase a little bit, something like this. Okay, they were given that Shumi must choose a cup from which he should pick what? A ball. The probability that he chooses a cup A is a half. Makap mangana tinawa. Makap atinawa mangana. E2. So which means kupika cup A, it's 1 out of what? 1 out of 2. What about kupika cup B?
It's 1/2.
It's 1/2 again. Just like was it 2 makapa it's just 1 out of 2, 1 out of 2. Half. Guys, to get my probability, my chances, Andiga. Hello?
I don't know why.
No breaker. Okay. Oh, sorry. Maybe it's just network. Maybe So about Ruti, my outcomes at now we are just having two. My cup at now angle two. So which means it's a half, just like a coin head tail. So what is happening with this guy? Arikutanga apika a cup to work on, which means cup A in a drive, cup B in a drive, but just to pick Anfautanga apika either of the cup, maybe Bajatangana A cannot pick up B. So there's a probability on these cups. Then takuchipinda muna cup A macho muna A yum. Takapi what muna A chichirimo. In cup A, it contains what? 5 white and 3 black balls. Those are true panapa tikapinda muna 8 nemabho 5 a white then a 3 a black. Toita the same thing to end up muna cup G, muna cup B. In a 6 white, ne 2 G, ne 2 black.
Black balls.
All right, then the question now, the tree diagram below shows some of this information, which means it's not all everything that is given. It's just some of the information. All right, let us see our information. From the information, we have got cup A, watapiwa half, cup B, then watapiwa the other part. Okay, if you have to analyze this, what does it mean? It means if we are in cup A, we can pick a white ball, or we can pick what? A black ball.
A black ball.
If we are in cup B, we can do the same. We can pick a white ball, or we can pick what? A black ball.
A black ball.
All right, now let us get back to the question. The question is, complete the probability tree diagram shown above. So you have to complete. Okay. Tatisu tina cup A na cup B. Tikatisu kupika cup A is what? A half. Tikatu pika cup B is what? It's also a half. Is guys. All right. Now takuenda manje muna cup A. Mune how many balls? The white. Mune how many balls? The black. Three muna cup and muna cup A. All right. Sangatsuke pana cup A. How many are white?
5.
5 out of how many?
8.
Out of 8, exactly. So white is going to be 5 out of 8. So this is 5 out of 8. How many were black? 3 out of 8. Then toita the same thing. Panapa munani muna big B. Muna cup B now. In this cup B, how many do we have in cup B? How many are white? They are given 6 are white and 2 are black. So it's going to be 6 out of how many?
8.
Guys, panapa cup B, there is nothing that is going to be affected of cup A. B. On this type of a question. So muna B tango to pick out. This is what I'm having in B. There are 6 out of 8. Reda futipa black. How many black are there? There are 2 out of 8.
2 over 8.
That is the condition. Unless maybe they vakazo extend panapa kuto right. Trimna cup A tapika this one. Takazo pika again. This time dopo akushanda mind mavara ana without replacing aku affector from this one right. Wambo pika white or pick again white. Dopo ningwa affect right. Saka aba 4 out of 7. Shina noti what type of probability is that one? But in this case, it was just direct zero. I'm not gonna treat this up. All right, so that was the first question on what? On just to fill in the diagram. Then let us consider the other question. What are we given now? Find the probability that Shumi chooses what? Cup A and then a white ball. What does it mean?
Multiply.
We are going to multiply. So chekutanga kupika ji cup, then tozotara white ball. Okay. So which means ngata sepanapa pataka pika cup A inde papi. This is our cup A, then white ball the panapa. So which means we are going to multiply. So it's going to be probability of picking cup A times probability of what? Of picking a white ball. Parkonega. Sorry. So it's going to be a cup A. It's what? 1 over 2. So I think it has to save some. All right, it's fine. So cup A is 1 over 2 times a white ball in this same cup with what? It's 5/8.
5/8.
But we are not talking about this white ball in cup B. No, we are not talking about this. We are talking about the one that is from cup A. Okay, so you can multiply 1 by 5. Since we can't reduce here, so you can just multiply 1 by 5. That is 5. 2 by 8, which is what? 16. All right, so that was our B part. Okay, let us see the other one, C. On C, they are now saying here, find the probability that Shumi picks a white ball. What does this part mean? Shumi picks a white ball. All right, what does this part mean? It means, how does it?
Picking a white ball from cup A. Point cup B.
Parukoneka ndo condition iri kuitika, ndo zvazviri kureva kuti tinokwanisa kupika a white ball from cup A kana kupika a white ball from what? From cup B. All right, already panapa calculator probability yekupika chi white ball, this one yekupika white ball from cup A. Okay, so which means we are just going to add our answer, which is 5/16 plus, now we are now talking of picking what? A white ball from cup B. So this one is going to be what? 1/2 times what? Times 6. So here we're going to multiply, isn't it? Because it's throughout the branch, so you have to multiply them. Okay, so most of these questions, they'll be in paper 1. Already panapa ndineti mundaronzi 16, so I have to maintain 16 uyu kuti ndikwanise sei kuadd. So instead of me reducing these numbers, I have to maintain that 16. So what am I supposed to do on this one? I'm just going to multiply as they are here. 1 by 6 206, 2 by 8 216. Chicha ndaita ndiri kuavoida kuti ndobudisa a certain denominator panapa ndakunoadd ndakutanga funa kutsvakana neLCM of the numbers. Parikuoneka apa? Saka ndo zvatirikuitira panapa. Yes, we can do that. Also add, it's fine, but we can avoid that. So here we can simply add, since the denominators are the same, I'm just going to add 5 plus what? 5 plus 6, which is what? 11/16. Just like that. Exactly. So this is how you actually attempt these typical questions. What is important is for you to understand how the questions are given and how do you attempt those typical questions. I think it can actually help as we are going to be revising for more questions. So without detail, I want you to work on this. I don't know, you say this PDF, you've got it in more questions again?
No.
All right, so I'm just going to send it. I'm going to remind up WhatsApp. I'm going to send it to try my questions. Actually, there are so many questions. You can see even this one. Are you seeing this one in Banapa? It is same concept like that one. If you can cross check, bag A contains 3 black, 2 white. Bag B contains this, but as once a bit is chosen from bag A and placed in. So this one, take note how it worked. We picked from what? A bit is chosen at random from bag A and placed in B. Okay, so this one, not because something. Okay, so the question is complete the tree diagram. Okay, so Pekutanga, we are saying this is big what? The big A. Okay, big A, we've got how many which are black?
3.
We have got 3 out of what? Out of 5. Those are 3 out of 5, then 2 out of 5. And ndovatazoita this branch iri ra black pakubranch achinopinda bag B, which is black and white. But take note what happened here. Originally in bag B, how many do we have in bag B? How many balls are there? We have got 2, 4, 6. Parikoneka. But parikunzi panapa a bit, so it's a bit is chosen at random from what? From bag A and placed in B. So if you pick a black bead, what are you going to do? You place it here. So which means now we have picked one because we are why am I talking about this? Because we are on what? We are on black. So we picked a black one here. So this black is no longer here. We have put a black here. So how many black are now there?
3.
Tane ma black are 3. Sandosha trukuona panapa black actions 3. But out of how many? What is now the total? Let us count together. What is the total now? It is going to be 4 plus 3, which is now what? Which is now 7. Parikoneka total is no longer 6 because tawedzera 1 bead panapa. Saka mabeads edu amangani. So guys, statement nenge yakanyorwa apa ndo yakakosha. Understand the statement that you are given there. Parikoneka. It helps a lot. Okay, so which means we are now having 3 out of 7, which is this one. So how many white are we going to have here? My white acha change my white, my beads white because tata is a bit black. As we change my beads white achangoramba ari mangani ari 4 parikoneka. Exactly. So it's going to be 4 out of what? 4 out of 7. So that is the idea there. Parikoneka ba? Excuse. All right. So according to this diagram, okay, what if they had a continuation here? Let's just say if they had a continuation. I'm just saying here we had a continuation and we still have black and white. Now this time you are working with what? With white. So which means this is no longer there. This black, we are no longer working with this black that we have. So which means this is no longer there. This party on a new condition. All right. So this time trukuti takanonga chi white kunoka. How many white are there? How many?
2.
There are 2. Okay, those are taona panavs that 2 out of 5. But they are saying if we pick whatever that we pick, what are we supposed to do? We are supposed to place it in what? In this bag. So which means we are going to place a white ball again. So which means how many white we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There will be 5 there. So which means our white is going to be 5 out of how many now? Let us check our total. How many are we having now?
7.
They are now 7 exactly. So it's going to be 5 out of 7. What about the black? The black, it will be like as it was, which means the black there were 2 out of 7. But the total is affected is 2 out of 7. All right, but anyways, in this part, I'm going to look toward this part. I'm going to go to piece, to feel pamwe pacho vanenge vachingoitirawo nhau dzemamarks kuti mamarks pamwe anenge akwana saka vanenge vongoshotena question, but uchaona question iyoyo iri complete. You have to know what to do. Parikoneka. All right, so let us do this question. Last question here. The question is, find the probability that a black bead is taken from bag B. We want to take a black bead from what? From bag B. Okay, this is our bag here, which is our, okay. So actually here, guys, it was actually we're supposed to complete. The question is what? Complete the tree diagram. Sorry, Parikoneka. Complete. So we are supposed to actually have that part at us here. Right, so part yes and guys, okay. All right, let's just hope we are okay. This part has to be there like that. Okay, Parikoneka. Okay, so this one we have completed. So that was actually the question. It's not about to fill in my missing values, it's about to complete the tree diagram. Complete. Okay, so this is part was actually going to be there. All right, so the question now here is, find the probability that a black bead is taken from bag what? From bag B. Where are we going to have a black bead? A black bead. Which part can actually give us a black bead? Black from B. Okay, so from bag B.
Trova 7.
Trova 7. So it's going to be 3/7. A black bead.
So I think it's 3/5 and 3/7.
Okay, for you to have a black bead in bag B, We are considering just banana black, but when we've got black here, because this black is in bag B.
Okay.
But for you to have this black, it came from where? It came from bag what A, like this. This was a combination. But when again, we move on to this black. Where is this black? It's in bag what? It's in bag B. But it came as a result of what? As a result of picking what? The white here. So these are the outcomes that we're going to have at the end. So just like what we did, we multiply these two outcomes, we add to these outcomes when you multiply them.
Yes.
Exactly. So this is what you're going to have. So guys, I want you to revise much questions as you can. So I'm just going to send you the PDF, like I said, so that you can try to do more questions. Then we'll go try my question papers and exactly. Then I think it can help us. More questions. No kwasotibatsira then tingofamba takadaro.
Okay.
So are you watching my videos on YouTube?
Yes, we are.
Exactly. So you can just balance also some areas from there. It can help. And if I have more questions, let me know.
All right.
Okay, it's fine. So let us see tomorrow what will be the program then.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, okay, it's fine. Sama uya anenga angoita